Howdy, y'all. Right now, we are in Milton, Ontario, just about half an hour west of Toronto. More specifically, in my mom's backyard. We got the Alma dog here, just keeping the ground safe, and just out here. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 8:30, but let me tell you, it's getting hot already. Been down here. It's been just heat warning after heat warning over the past week or so since we've been in the southern Ontario area. And coming from the coast, I'm just not used to this, but we're climatizing. So on this one, I'm just going to share, a couple shots of where we've been and what we've been up to. Made a couple road trips and overnight excursions here, and yeah, just been having a real good time visiting with my mom as well, which has been great. But we do have one project that I set out to accomplish while I was here, and we're going to get that started today. Just going to come through the garage here, and what the plan is today is to rebuild my bed. I have been sleeping on this 3-inch foam mattress on a bit of a janky bed that I built in a parking lot on a rainy afternoon over 2 years ago. Don't know how it's held on, but it has. But today is the day that we are going to improve that, hopefully. I've got a mattress on order. It's supposed to arrive today. But let's take a look at what we're getting into. Yes, first thing is first. And we're going to get this underneath of the bed all cleared out here. Get everything pulled out from underneath there, and take a look at what we're dealing with. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. We got underneath the bed, all kind of cleared out here, which is nice. We got the diesel heater, just kind of back there. I should probably get some lights. But this I built. I've been on the floor for about 2 weeks, and I built this out of pure anger, maybe. It's amazing how good of a motivator anger can be sometimes. So we got this built real quick in an afternoon. But as I say, not a very great mattress. These things, these slats fall down all the time. So I think I've got a bit of a solution for that. So I'm going to get this pulled right out, get the floor all cleaned up. I do have some of these hanging baskets here for some of my clothes. I'm going to get those out of there and then build up a kind of a cabinet system up top here. So we'll run some basic shelf along here. That's what we're going to start now. This is a little high, as I say. I think this is 16, 17 inches. Plus this makes it almost a little too high to sit on the bed. I'm just touching the roof. So the new mattress I got coming is a 6-inch mattress. So we're going to lower this down a bit. Cleaned out here. Gave a little scrub to the floor. We'll have to do a little wire management once we get the build on. But here's what we got from the inside with no bed. But these walls up here, I just left this thin slit open, kind of from the bed down, which has worked. I don't think I'll change that. Back in the day, I got some of the sound deadening stuff underneath there, and then wrapped those in the wrap the wheel wells in Reflectix. Kind of the same on this side. Got the floor all cleaned up for the most part. We do have our diesel line and power that comes in here for the heater. So the heater's there. It went in after the bed, obviously, but we're going to build a little specific area for that. We keep plugging along here. I got some plans kind of sketched out on a napkin over there, and but I can see it. I can see the vision here in the cranium. So we're going to see if I can make that happen. We got all our bed slats out there. We're going to reuse those. Got a couple days to get this completed before we hit the road northward. It's been nice here in hanging out in Milton. This is I'm at my mom's place, which is where I grew up. This is kind of my childhood home, so it's super cool that she's still here and keeping the house tip top, looking good. Big yard for her to take care of, but she's doing a fantastic job, and it's super nice to just come back here, feel so at home. But since we got back here, we've been kind of touring around a little bit. We took the van in, for a much needed bath after that halfway across Canada kind of cruise. So we got that all squared away. I wanted it to look good for Mitch, my son, and the boys there at the bachelor party. So we got that taken care of, and then hit the road, heading down towards southwestern Ontario, down to tobacco country, down in around Tillsonburg and Turkey Point. My son had rented a big Airbnb right on the shores of Lake Erie. Gorgeous spot. Had a great crew of guys there. Had a wonderful night. It was a 3-night venture. I only opted to stay for one, which is all I think this old guy can handle. But we had a great time. Had a lot of fun. Had a good evening. Did a big barbecue. Then headed out for some golf the next day, which was a lot of fun. It was hot. I mean, I think it was 42 degrees out there on the golf course. But and that was kind of my first full day in there. But had a really good time. It was a good cruise down there. It was nice to get down into that kind of farming country. Ontario is such a nice spot. I think it gets a bit of a bad rap, right, because of the Golden Horseshoe area and the traffic and the cement and all that. But once you get outside of that, it is so nice. So that's what we did down there. Got down to Port Rowan was the town, right close to where the rental space was. So it was a great time there. We had Elma down, took a couple dips. We did a nice drive down around Long Point, check out the sights. And we are going to head out here to the Home Depot and pick up what we need. Continue on with this bed build 2.0. Picked up some 2x3s I think I'm going to use for the main framing. A couple 2x1s, 1x2s, whatever you want to call them, and 2x2s. I do have some extra scrap here I'll probably end up using. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to have to go back there 2 or 3 more times. But for now, I think I'll be able to get the main frame done and the support for the cabinet up here with what we got here. One thing I didn't mention, I did clean this out, but happy to report found no mold, even under the mattress, and no mouse poo. So if you've ever built anything in a van before, or if you're thinking about it, just know nothing is ever straight. I thought this was going to be 72, but we put it down to 71 inches, and that is absolutely perfect. Repeat that a few more times. Get this basic frame built. Okay, so we got 4 of these legs built. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to run a 2x2 across this way, and then 2, 3 2x3s lengthwise, and some supporting acts in there to help keep things steady. Driving around up to the Home Depot with this empty, what a difference. I could just tell that this thing was purring with all that extra weight out of here. Got to think light when I'm building the rest of underneath here. I don't have definite plans. I was going to put in one of the slide out pull drawers, kind of like you see Van City Van Life Chrome guy has it, and a few other guys with the big long, 300-pound drawer slides. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I mean, I don't access back here enough. I don't think I'd use it enough to justify the weight, the time, the money. Up there is usually where I keep Elma's food, so I want to be able to access that. I'd like to get into the little cubbies I built here. So I think I'm just going to do, kind of totes or boxes that can be pulled out this way, but don't have to be, and aren't on any sort of a slider. We're making a little progress here. We got the legs built and in. Had to do a little bit of a move here to get around this part because it kind of wows out. But right here is the widest part of the van. So I'm going to have that mattress will probably sit right about here. And I have all this room. We got a 6-inch mattress, probably up to about here. So perfect. Board number 1 running across. One more on the other side, one more down through the middle. And should be all right. I apologize for this awful light here. I am working in the driveway here in the garage, and it again is steaming hot outside. I think it's 44 degrees, they just said, so it's sticky. It is sticky. But let's see if I can get a couple more things done. I got a dinner with my son and his fiance that I'm going to head to here shortly. Got to go get cleaned up. It's looking good. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a major improvement. There's less space here, a little less space here, so we're going to have to work on our storage ideas. My hips are feeling better already, just thinking about that new mattress coming in. So Alma's assumed her position here, keeping watch over the yard. And I'm just having a quick cup of coffee here this morning, and then we are going to hop back into the garage here and continue on getting this new bed built. I've got this aligned here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 12 3/4 inches from the floor right along. I'm going to make this so that if I do decide to put a drawer in here, or either way I put a bin in there, that I can access it fully without having to open this door. I know you see some where they got to open both doors and pull it out. I would prefer not to have to do that. So if I run a drawer from here to about here, where the wheel well is, along there, and then over here, I might just use 2x2s for here. I'm going to put some in here and actually make these enclosed little wheel well boxes. I got to do something funky around the heater. I'd like to box the heater in. So we're going to get the frame of that all built up. So get some of those cut. And as I do, I'm just going to tell you about our little road trip to Collingwood. We went up to Collingwood and spent a couple days. Fantastic time up there. Collingwood's a town. I spent quite a bit of time in Collingwood. I lived there for about 12 years before moving to Nova Scotia. It's a ski town, so the Blue Mountain Resort, Blue Mountain Ski Hill is there, and spent many a day just doing laps up there at Blue Mountain. It was like the big trip to do as a kid from here in Milton to drive up to the ski hill in Collingwood to go to some bigger hills, which was always great. Used to come up there and camp. As a kid, my uncle would take me and a buddy camping. Beautiful spots up there. We used to camp. I used to think we'd be out in his yard, way in the back corner, and it was all forested, and really felt like we were doing some wild camping out there as a kid. So it was really cool, and and then got to know Georgian Bay, swimming and kayaking in the rivers around Georgian Bay and on Georgian Bay itself. Alma got out there for a couple dips along Georgian Bay as we were kind of cruising along Highway 26 from our cruise up on the hill and then back into Collingwood. Georgian Bay is a bay off of Lake Huron, kind of comes in up around the top of the Bruce Peninsula. And this is all this hill through here and all these rolling hills is the Niagara Escarpment. Beautiful area up there. It was great to have a trip, spent some time downtown Collingwood. Had a great meal at Lowdown, a restaurant in town, which my good friend owns. So I'd like to give a shout out to Jay and Cass for letting me hang out with them for an afternoon and an evening. Had a great time and appreciate the hospitality a ton. But it was great to get up there for a couple days and just do some relaxing, see some friends, and just enjoy ourselves here. That's what vacation is all about. But I guess what vacation is also all about is, at least this one right now, is getting some of this work done. So I'm going to keep plugging away here and give you an update here in a bit. Making sure we're doing all this right, we got Alma Dog just keeping an eye on the situation. We got those heat bugs out here again today. I mentioned earlier in the video, which was yesterday, it was 44 degrees here. I mean, that was with humidity. I think it was 36 temperature, 35, 36, 44 with humidity. Today's supposed to be a little cooler, 39 to 41 with the humidity. So cooler, but definitely not cool. We got all the supports in for the bed. I'm gonna box these out. Now I was poking around the garage here. I found some old, looks like old cheesy 1970s basement plywood wall covering stuff. So thought, why not use that? I'm just torn here. Whether I put this on the inside like this and then have this smooth here or if I put it back here and block that off this way. I think I like the other way. I think I like this way. So I'm going to do that on this side and over here on this side. And then up in here where the heater is, I'm going to box that in a little bit and make a little bit of a usable space above it. The afternoon, it actually is a little bit cooler, noticeably cooler today. Just checked the temperature, it's 31 degrees, and I don't know with the humidity, but there's a bit of a breeze, so it's a little nicer here in southern Ontario today. We got these sideboards in, and I'm happy with this, but I'm just about to box in the heater down here, and it always gets me. Every time I have to do something permanent, screw it to the floor of the van or put a hole in the van, it always takes me forever to figure out exactly how and if I want to do it. But we're doing this one. I can't continue with this because the hosing and all that for the heater is back in storage in Halifax. So I'm going to have to wait to finish this little area when I get back there, because we use this as our airflow fan in the summertime. Keeps it nice and cool in here for me and Elma. So we're not going to mess with that now, but I am going to put this this final piece here. I'm going to screw that down to the floor, finish this, and then probably get to putting these bed slats together before we get the upper cabinet started. Yeah, I got to drill this right in the floor. I hope I like it. Three of those. I think that's all we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. We got all these little pieces here stained up for our shelving unit in there, and we've cut these pieces of 1x2, the length of the bed, and I've taken all the IKEA slats, and they come with like a ribbon here and staples and all this, so I pulled those all apart. They were half falling apart anyway. So we're going to count these, cut them in half. This goes one half of the bed, the other half, and we're going to drill them down to these 1x2s. I was having that problem here, such a pain in the butt. Those things sliding off and dropping down, and I just can't handle it. I'm going to do something a little different here. I'll show you what that is here once we get going. This is the IKEA middle bed support that I was using before, that kind of hooked into some 1x4s I had, but I think we're going to ditch that. So this main piece here is 71 inches. And there are 16 of these slats. So if you wanted to put that all into an equation and figure out exactly how spaced out they should be, you definitely could do that. I took the approach of just eyeballing it. Definitely not rocket science here. It is all now one piece to go as our mattress support. All right, I'm going to try climbing in here and getting this in here. I think we should be good. I hope we're good. Uh-oh. Maybe this was a mistake. All right, well, I guess we're not going to get this in here like this, but that's okay, because the idea is to cut this into 4 sections. One of the things, obviously, these things used to fall down all the time. It's the biggest pain in the butt ever. On and off the bed, they slide a bit, they fall, you're sitting in a big hole. The 3-inch mattress didn't help, but that didn't help either. Now my thought is, we got this compartment here. We're going to have these 2 compartments here, that compartment over there. So I'm going to cut these so that each section can lift out. So if I need to get something under here at night, or under there in the middle of the night, or back there, I can lift the mattress, lift this out, and actually get under there. I almost ripped my insulation there a little bit, which wouldn't have been cool. I don't know about these guys that film a whole van build, man. Wow. It's a lot of back and forth to the camera. This thing's fallen down like 6 times today. All right, well, here we go. Chop this thing up. We'll see how it goes here. So that part. So we got those 2 in and cut for those areas. And we got this one right there. and this one right here. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. At least we got it in. So it's a good start. Let me cut this other one, see how it works out. Okay. And I think we're kind of onto it here. Solid. And I love this. You know, I can flip these up here to get into underneath the bed. I mean, it'd be a little tough getting up here from inside, but I could do it if I needed to. But to get into these little side wheel well kind of cubbies, beautiful. I love it. I'm just gonna have to shore it up so these things don't slide around too much, but I think this is perfect. Let me tell you, my friends, I slept on this other bed for about the last 2 years and a month. After a month of sleeping on the floor and then building that, it was, it was Shangri-La sleeping on that thing for a while. But then I realized, building a bed in a parking lot in an afternoon in the rain, maybe you don't pay attention to the certain details you should. So dealt with it for 2 years now, but I think this is going to be a major improvement. Get this shelf kind of started here. We got the pieces all stained. I'm going to put some sealant on them and then get that going up there. And then we're ready to move back in, I think. I mean, this goes without saying, but I am not a master woodworker, cabinet designer, or anything like that, obviously. So take everything you see here with a grain of salt, but you want to know your own van. So and I remember putting these runner boards up in here, and I couldn't drill through this steel, and I just tried again, and it is impossible. But got this up here, so we're gonna run some L brackets with some wood on them, and then just go plywood. Pretty basic setup. We're not gonna make this too heavy. It's just holding clothes, so we're gonna continue on here. It's just so nice to be able to get in here to work and just do that. Ha! This is the best. Kind of cheated a little bit here. We did the brackets. So really, all these are going to do is go up there like so. I'm going to put a piece of plywood up there. Pretty basic, pretty easy. If we got to get some sort of cargo netting or something to cover, we might. I don't know. But as for now, it's just going to be that basic stuff. Clothes up there. I had those little hanging baskets. Time for them to go. I am definitely not a master at this, but I think it's going to work. I could have went a little longer with those two, but I'm okay with that. I'll have to have less clothes. Now we got to put Humpty Dumpty all back together here. Oh, give you a quick shot of the final product here. Of course, I'm going to have some tinkering to do, but once everything gets put in, I got a new mattress downstairs, so go grab that and get everything put away here. And I think I am happy with this. Well, guys, if you have, thanks for sticking with me through this one. It's got everything put back together here this morning, and I am loving it. I mean, love it. Just did put this board up here this morning. Got our clothes packed in here. We're all packed up. Oh yeah. Lots of storage underneath and a bunch of stuff that I don't really need. I just have it because I'm here. But yeah, it is, I am stoked. Can't wait to go to sleep tonight. But that's not happening right away. But yeah, just wanted to thank you guys for kind of coming along here with me. I got to tell a couple little stories about what we've done. It's been over a week since I've been down here in southern Ontario, but we are taking off this afternoon, and we are on our way to Sault Ste. Marie. So yeah, I'm going to get some things organized, get changed up, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. I think Elma's going to miss her job of keeping watch here in the yard. But we'll be back.